So, to quote the great Patrick Stewart, aka Jean-Luc Picard, to be or not to be? That is the question. But what is the answer? I'll tell you right after this. And greetings everybody, this is JeSter, bringing you today another review, but it's actually part 2 of a review. Now if you remember yesterday, I think it was yesterday, is it yesterday? Yes, I think it was, we reviewed the Ranger class, and it is one of my favourite ships. I'd like to thank Alcibiades for bringing some things to my attention, which, yes, I did neglect to put in the original review. Now, I have had this Paladin for some time, but I'll be honest with you, I was never keen on it. It was one of those purchases that I was interested to buy the ship in the early stages of the game because it was different, but I never quite bonded with it, if you like. But nevertheless, I do like the Ranger class, and what I neglected to mention yesterday with the Ranger class is, and I'll show you with the Paladin, the Ranger class may be a T5, but it doesn't have any mastery unlocks. In fact, it doesn't have any perks whatsoever. So I have pondered about this for some time, because I did like the Ranger class design, as you know. And so here's what I discovered. Just dock at the station. Right, so here we are on customized ships. Now there we are. This is the Paladin. If you look here, you get the Ranger, which is what I like. I like the Ranger design. And not only do you get the Ranger design, but you get all the masteries with it as well. It's just a skin, basically. You trade in the Paladin for a Ranger skin. Now you may say, well, that's quite cool. What are you moaning about, JeSter? Well, I am a bit irked, to be honest, because you can't get the old bridge. Now this one is the bridge for the Paladin, which, with it being a temporal ship, is very similar to my other temporal ships that I've. Well, it's not similar; it's actually the same, isn't it? But yes, the original bridge, which is similar to the Enterprise original bridge, yeah, I don't have it. Now I would have thought, because I've actually purchased the Ranger class ship, that I would have had it, but no, I haven't. So I'm not entirely happy about that, but I have my Ranger class skin, albeit on the Paladin, and I'm able to have some masteries. Now I won't go through all of this and change things around, because Don't want to thoroughly bore you, but what we will do is, now we've got our new skin, we'll have a look at the build, shall we? But to look at the build, we've got to beam back up. And here we are. As you can see, I have my Ranger class, albeit on a Paladin. And the build. On this particular build, I'm doing an anti-proton build. So I've got 3 anti-proton beams to the front, and I've got a radiant anti-proton beam, which is part of a 3-piece set, and I have 2 pieces of that set. The advanced radiant anti-proton beam, lost it, there you go, and the advanced radiant quantum torpedo launcher. And the 2-piece set gives me plus 19 starship hull capacity, increases starship maximum hit points, plus 25% temporary hit point bonus to radiant weapon procs. There you go. The others are just standard fleet anti-proton beam arrays. I'm running for the deflector, the impulse, the warp and the shields. This is the discovery set from my reputations. Moving on to the back 4, which is exactly the same. I mean, the Paladin is exactly the same as the Ranger class, 4 front, 4 back, except of course you've now got your masteries. Here we have the advanced fleet anti-proton beam. I have an omnidirectional anti-proton beam, anti-proton beam even, anti-proton beam. Oh dear. The omnidirectional anti-proton support beam, and that's part of a 3-piece set, but I'm only running the 1 piece on this. And another anti-vanced. I can't get my words out tonight, can I? Another advanced fleet anti-proton beam there. In the devices, red matter capacitor, beacon of KLS, and the Kobayashi Maru transponder. Engineering consoles, universal abrasive hazard shielding, that's 5% shield resistance, which is what I'm after. The Trellium D plating, which is giving me 17.5 all damage resistance rating and a 26.2 starship hull capacity. Now I'm running a Xenotech Resilience Module Mark 15, and that's giving me a 16.7 all damage resistance rating and a 37.5 starship shield hardness. I think I picked this up from Fleet K7 star, I think. Anyway, was it Fleet K7? Fleet K13 actually. Sorry, I do apologise. Fleet K13. As with this one, anti-proton shielding. I think I did buy this one as well from the Fleet K13. I think I did. This is 17.1 anti-proton damage and 17.1 starship shield capacity. The Universal Dynamic Power Redistributor module and the Binaural Infusion Circuits. The Binaural Infusion Circuits is giving me 29.5 starship hull capacity, 29.5 starship control expertise with a 26.2 critical severity. Tactical consoles, 30% accuracy rating. This is the Universal Hostile Acquisition console. I do apologise. And plus 30 starship control expertise. I'm running the Tachyokinetic Converter, 29.5 starship control expertise, 39.4 flight turn rate, and 1.3 critical chance with 13.1 critical severity. The Universal Domino, which, yes, it says 15% phaser damage, but I'm interested in the 20% accuracy rating. And finally, the Tactical Locus Custom Fire Control, console, which is giving me 3.9 critical chance, 7.9 weapon power setting, 157.5 starship shield penetration. Right, the masteries, don't forget again, this is for the Paladin. Okay, on to the masteries. Tier 1, plus 25 physical damage resistance rating, plus 25 kinetic damage resistance rating. Tier 2, plus 15 critical severity, plus 15% rather critical severity. Tier 3, plus 25 energy damage resistance rating, and 25 plus 25 radiation damage resistance rating. Tier 4, plus 10% hull hit points, and Tier 5 with the mastery is when critically hit, stacks up to 3 times, plus 10% all damage for 15 seconds, plus 1% critical chance for 15 seconds. So moving on to the stations, here we have a Lieutenant Universal station, which I've used as an engineering station. Here we have a Lieutenant Commander Tactical Station. Here we have a Lieutenant Tactical / Temporal Ops Station, which I've made into a tactical station. And here we have a Commander Engineering / Temporal Ops Station, which again I've made it into an engineering station. And here we have a Lieutenant Science Station. Right, so just a few more issues that Alcibiades quite rightly pointed out about this ship. And yes, there is a bonus for players who own both the Ranger and the T6 Paladin Temporal Battle Cruiser. As I've just demonstrated, the Ranger skin can be used on the Paladin, but the Paladin isn't a T6 Ranger. And the bridge officer seating is significantly different. Now the bridge that I was quite irked about losing in the original Ranger ship is called the Pioneer Bridge, and Alcibiades is quite correct. It goes with the T1 starter ship, but I did like it, and now I own both ships. I suppose I could orientate between the two, but as this has got masteries, I think this one may survive a bit longer. Now yes, there is a significant limit on the Ranger which I reviewed yesterday. It's not upgradable, as I've previously stated, and again, Alcibiades is quite right. I haven't been able to see another ship which is purchased from the C store with this kind of restriction. You know, be it there's no bonus hit points or extra console slots or even any masteries, and as I said before, there isn't even a fleet variant of it. So on the whole, yeah, I think Cryptic missed a trick there. Now, strangely enough, I have tested out my Ranger class, which I showed yesterday in my review, which doesn't have any masteries or anything. However, it fared fairly well, and I think the reason why it did fare very well is because I had strong consoles with it, and I also have quite high endeavours, quite high points on my endeavours, so I was able to carry that ship through strictly on consoles, endeavours and traits. So it is feasibly possible to run a ship without any masteries on, and possibly without any bonuses, on the strength of your endeavours, your own traits and strong consoles. But as I would only be doing that for the bridge, because technically that's, you know, it came as a package as far as I was concerned, and the Pioneer bridge for me was really good. I quite like the Pioneer bridge. But for the sake of that, you know, you get a really strong ship because you can use the Paladin masteries and all your consoles and traits and one thing or another. So yes, it is considerably stronger. And if we look at the hull, if you remember yesterday, the hull on the original Ranger class was about 75,000, I think, and I've got this one up to 116,853. The accuracy rating's a little bit lower. I'm going to have to figure that out because I think I got it up to 90 yesterday. But, you know, we're in the ballpark for critical chance and critical severity. So, without further ado, let's take her out and let's give her a run for her money, shall we, and see how she fares. See you in a bit. Okay, here we are, the 9th rule.
Like there was a fight.
Yes, thank you.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Oh, thank you. Now, the 9th rule normally sorts.
By the way, sure God will follow.
Yes, thank you.
Oh
my word.
Marauder class.
Can't get a word in, can you? Oh, thank you. Right. Normally this gives you a really good run for your money, and you get a few drops as well, so I thought we'll give it a go and see how these anti-proton weapons fare. So sit back and enjoy the ride.
Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
There we go. Well, she's certainly as manoeuvrable as the Ranger class I reviewed yesterday. Then again, we were using cannons, whereas this is just an anti-proton build. But even so, these anti-proton beams are quite, yeah, they're quite effective.
Well, there's good news.
Yeah, always good news and bad news. I'll take the items for now. Let's head over here very quickly.
We've
Deals change. Those spores were
You treacherous.
played by the monster. Had to know that was coming.
Well, she's great fun. Absolutely great fun. Definitely like an escort. And I'm very impressed with that. That worked.
The nerve of... The Birmingham is ready.
Warning, ship is under
Right, so here we go. I believe this is the
You're in my way. Get lost.
this is the end game, really. Well, I have to say they haven't given me anything to worry about just yet. He says as his full hit points begin to drift downwards. There we go, that was certainly cutting through them now. Oh, I can see me using this, well, the Paladin with the Ranger skin for some time to come. She is great fun. She's going to rank up there in the top 10 of ships which I enjoy flying, I can assure you. We are carving our way through this lot.
Keep up the pressure.
There we go. That was really cool, wasn't it? So there you have it. This is the Paladin Temporal Battle Cruiser with the Ranger class Battle Cruiser skin. I much prefer the Ranger class skin to the Paladin, I must admit. I'd once again like to thank Alcibiades for prompting me to make this review, because I thought it would be very remiss of me not to. When I looked at the ship skins, I saw this one, the Ranger class, and yeah, I never did pick it up until just recently when I saw it in the C store, and I picked it up and then realised that there was no masteries on it or anything, and no bonuses, which was very remiss of Cryptic, I think. But now I've realised I've got the Paladin, I've swapped them around a bit. I'm getting the best of both worlds, so I'm getting the Paladin masteries with the skin of the Ranger class. Unfortunately, I don't get the bridge that I want. But you can't have everything in life, can you? So there you go. And what a nice picture that is. This is JeSter, signing off.